Today we're going to talk about absolute value and real number. The definition of absolute value is the distance from 0 to the number given. So for example, if you have absolute of -3, this means find the distance from 0 to -3. That's what it means by absolute value. So the distance from 0 to -3, that's going to be 3. And because it's distant, cannot be negative, right? So this one is asking what's the distance from 0 to 5. So it will be 5. Distance from 0 to 0 will be 0. This one, they're asking negative of that distance. So the distance, just this part right here, the distance between 0 to -5 is 5. But then they're asking the negative of that value. So it will be -5. So just understand the absolute value right now, and we're going to talk about more detail later on. Let's see. Now we're going to talk about real numbers. So not just be able to add, subtract, multiply, divide by the positive numbers. What if you're doing adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing with even negative numbers? When you're doing addition and subtractions, what my suggestion is going to be, make sure to combine the term, something like this one. If you have just the one sign between the two numbers, then this is fine. We already know how to combine 5 plus 2, right? Which is going to be 7. But if you have something like 2 signs between two numbers, then you wanted to combine them into one, so that you be able to translate it easily, right? So when you're adding negative number, that's same thing as when you're subtracting, right? Adding negative number is same as subtracting. When you're subtracting negative number, that's going to be same as adding. So that's the part that you wanted to remember. Again, subtracting negative is same as adding. So when we convert 5 plus -2 into one sign between two numbers, that will be 5 minus 2. We know that's equals to 3, right? This one, you have -5 plus 2. So that's going to be -3. And if you're not understanding where the -3 come from, think about your number line. From the 0, -5 means you wanted to move left 5. +2 means from that point, you're going to move right 2. And where you at? That's going to be -3, right? So move left 5 and move right 2, you will be at -3. This one right here, again, 2 signs, so combine it, -5 minus 2. So whenever you have 2 same sign, you're going to add them, right? The reason is because you're moving from 0, you're moving left 5, but then you're moving left 2. So same direction you're moving. It means you're going to combine, so it will give you -7. What about this one? This one, when you combine subtracting negative, I mentioned that's same as adding 11. And that's what we already know, just same sign. So we'll be adding, will be 28. This one right here will become -18 plus 5. This is different sign, so you're going to subtract. Because you're moving left 18, but then you're moving right 5. So you're going to subtract the value, you will be -13. right? This one, same sign, negative 18 minus 5. So you have a negative here, a negative there, same sign, so you're going to add them. When you add, you're going to get negative 23. Two sign, so you're going to combine. Subtracting negative is same as adding 10. This gives you a different sign, so it will be negative 4 remains. So you're moving negative 14, but moving right 10 after, right? So that will be negative 4. This one, let's see, have a parenthesis. So when you do inside parenthesis, which is 4 minus 9, you end up getting negative 5 minus 5. Double sign, so when we combine subtracting negative into positive, we will have this to cancel. Same number with opposite sign, just cancel out, right? Give you 8. What about multiplication and division? Multiplication and division, just remember when you're multiplying even number of negative, your answer become positive. Odd number of negative that you're multiplying or dividing, your solution become negative. So that's just the same rule in multiplication and divisions. So this one, when you count, you have only one negative, so your solution will be negative. Once you decide your sign, you're just going to multiply two numbers, 6 times 4, which we already know that's 24, right? This is another one, have one sign, so your one negative, so your solution will be negative. 8 times 6, 48. This is the one with the 2 sign, right? 2 negative. So your solution will be positive. Once you decide your sign, then multiply 7 times 5, 35. That's negative. 3 times 5, 15, right? That's all you need to do. Division will be the same thing. So I will decide the sign. 1 negative, my solution will be negative. 40 divided by 5 will be 8. 2 negative, so my solution will be positive. 66 divided by 3 is 22. When you have a fraction and numerator is 0, no matter what number you have on denominator, your solution will be 0. Right? That's very important. This is more important. On a fractions, when you have a 0 on denominator, we call this undefined because you will not be able to figure that one out. Right? So that's one of the restriction on the fractions. You will never have 0 on a fraction. You can't never have 0 on fractions. On denominator, right? So that's important. This one, you're actually dividing. So this is same as negative 300 divided by negative 10, right? So negative makes it positive. 300 divided by 10 will be 30. So with all this concept we just went over with the negative number, now we're going to look at order of operations, right? Let's see if we can do the longer problems. Here, I will do exponents, right? We always do, let me write it again. The order of operation is going to be parenthesis, exponents, whichever inside first, right? And then multiplication, divisions, whichever on the left side, additions, subtractions, again, whichever on the left side. So now I don't see the grouping in a first problem, so I do the exponent first. So then I will get 6 times 6. 2 times 2 is 4 times 3 plus 1. No exponent, no grouping, so I do multiplication, division, but whichever. So I have a divisions right here, multiplication right there. I do one on the left side first. So I will do 24 divided by 4, which gives me 6 times 3. So I did this part, right? Plus 1. Now I do multiplications. 6 times 3 is 18. I have subtraction and additions. Whichever on the left side first, if I wanted to do it, then I will do 36 minus 18. Or I can also do just combining all the positive, first negative, and subtract, right? Either way, you should be getting 19 on this one. What about this one? When you have a parenthesis and exponents together, I mentioned whatever is inside first, right? This one is just exponents. It's separated by subtraction, so maybe I'd be able to do this one at the same time. So negative 6 times negative 6 is 36. 5 minus 7 is negative 2. Square is still there. So I will do exponents next. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And I have subtractions and multiplication left, so I should do multiplication next, right? Then 36, negative 4 times negative 3 will be positive 12, right? Add them, I will get 48. This one, I do exponents. Negative 3 times negative 3, 9. And this is cubed. So I'm multiplying negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, which I will get negative 8. See, I'm combining all those rules we went over a few minutes ago, right? Now we do the multiplication. Since this 2 multiplication is separated by the subtractions, I should be able to do it at the same time. This I get 45. Negative 2 times negative 8 will be positive 16, right? Add them up, 61. I have a few more order of operations we can go over together. I will do inside first, so inside parenthesis, my exponent is outside, so I will do parenthesis first. I will get 3 minus 5, negative 2 square, minus 2 times negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2. When I do square, negative 2 or positive 2, I will get 4. And you do the multiplication next, right? Then I get negative 12 minus 8. Same sign, so when you add them up, it will give you negative 20. Right? Maybe I can do exponents at the same time, combining the sign, right? Subtracting negative is same as adding. So then I get 100 minus 100 divided by 25 times 2 plus 3. Don't forget, I don't do subtractions next, right? I do multiplication divisions, whichever it's on the left side first, so I will do divisions. Negative 100 divided by 25 will be negative 4. Times 2. Now I do multiplications. So it'll be 100 minus 4 times 2, 8 plus 3. And 100 minus 8 is 92 plus 3 is 95. Last one. Let's see, I will do exponents, parentheses, and maybe combine the sign, right, at the same time. So 30 divided by 5 squared, 25, divided by 7 minus 12, I get negative 5. And subtracting negative 9 is same as adding 9. I need to do the bracket, right? So it'll be 30 divided by negative 5 plus 9. I need to do division before additions. So that will be 1 negative, right? Positive 30 divided by negative 5. 1 negative, the solution should be negative. 5 goes into 36 times plus 9. It gives you positive 3. So with these sections, I'm hoping that everyone will be able to remember how to deal with the negative number. Okay?